Welcome to Not Advised, the fantasy football podcast not based on research. So if you lose, don't blame us. But if you win, we're definitely taking credit. Hey guys, it's Matt. It is finals week and Christmas week. What a great week to be alive. This will be a quick episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe on whatever podcast platform you are using.
Hi, guys. I'm CJ. It is Christmas week, and I did make it to the championship.
I'm Raymond, and Matt might ruin my Christmas this year.
And I'm
Merry
looking
Chrysler.
forward to it. I can't wait. I see that I threw you off there a little bit, CJ. But I like it.
'Tis the season.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So real quick, before we get into the games, what is something that y'all are thankful for this fantasy season?
Not much, pal. Not much. Not much. Devon A-Chain, that's who I'm thankful for. He's carried me in one of the leagues to the chip. I
But
just hope he can continue this week.
I have a feeling that'll be your same answer for one of my questions later. So just keep that in mind there. Raymond, what about you?
Oh, Daniel Jones, Devon A-Chain, Bijan Robinson, James Cook, my number one ranked dynasty roster. That's it.
That's what I'm talking about.
That makes me sweat just hearing that team.
Right.
3 top 5 running backs.
God.
Bro, and I think what I'm most thankful for is making it to the championship in our dynasty league so that me and Raymond can face off, because I know it's going to eat at him even more if I beat him than someone else.
I won't be here next week.
He's gonna lose sleep
on it. Yeah,
I didn't talk to CJ for a year for a Madden game, so
It
Right.
might be on the line, by the way. He blocked me on all social media platforms.
It might be the end of this podcast for me.
That's so funny. Well, let's jump into
before we continue.
Okay, good.
JD wants everyone to know he also is in the chip.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he's thankful for as well. Well, let's jump into some of the fantasy that happened, starting with that Thursday night game there. Seahawks pulled out a win. Puka went nuclear, bro. 12 catches, 225 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know if I remember the Thursday game. All I remember from it is just Puka going nuts. I couldn't have told you who won.
2-point conversion, the Seattle comeback.
Yep.
Yeah.
They won 38-37 or something, or 39-38, something like that.
It's just overpowered by what Puka did. Like, to me, I just have a gray cloud of Puka Nakua over that game for me.
Yeah, kind of wild, because with that game, even going against JSN, because JSN had a good day, he ended up with like 23 points or something like that. From what I understand now, Puka Nakua is the number one fantasy receiver on the year.
And let me tell you, it's not about how you start a game. That's for sure. I don't have JSN in any leagues, but I know that first half, all you people were sweating bullets.
Puka's number one by 3 points.
Yeah.
Which is insane. The start that JSN was off to.
I mean, he really hasn't slowed down much either, outside of that one game where he didn't do anything. It's just he's not putting up those like 35, 36 point games anymore, which I'm hoping he does next week, because I need him bad against Raymond. So
that's mind boggling.
They're in the playoffs. Crazy. Just rest him. Just rest him.
Nah, they better not. I swear to God. But outside of that, I do believe that these two might have taken over the top 2 spots receiver wise this year.
Yeah,
and might be going forward, depending on how everything plays out with Joe Burrow and Cincinnati, and if Minnesota ever gets another quarterback. We may have seen the last time Chase and Jettis were number 1 and number 2.
I think you're right.
I hard disagree, but I respect it. I think Jamar Chase has still got plenty of years, like 1 or 2.
Yeah, but do you think that he even comes close to being 1 this year? Like, I don't know how to say it. Like, obviously he can't become number 1 in fantasy this year. But like, do you think that even though he hasn't shown it, he's still more talented than JSN or Puka?
100%. He is still the wide receiver 5 with like Joe Burrow missing 10 games.
Yeah, I mean, I think the talent level, I think it's still Jamar and Jay Jettas talent-wise. And then I feel like Puka's on the same talent level as them, but I feel like, to me, JSN isn't. I feel like he's just like a tier down. But
Now, you're only saying that because this is his first year doing something like this, right?
probably, yeah. Ask me again this time next year. My answer probably changes.
I put JSN up into like the tier 1 with JJ and Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Puka, like that's all one tier for me.
Nah, CD's in the same tier as JSN with me.
A big CD guy.
Okay. So you have them a completely separate tier than everyone else as of right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. S tier is Puka, Jamar Chase, and Jay Jettis.
Yeah. And I mean, this is the second year Puka's doing it, so it does make a
Yeah.
little bit of sense.
And you're probably right. That's exactly probably the internal bias I have.
Yeah, I still do think, especially Jason, man, I think he's ridiculously talented, and we just haven't been able to see it. I also am of the group that doesn't think that Russell Wilson was necessarily a elite quarterback. So I just don't think. And then obviously DK was a diva while he was there.
Oh.
So
Oh, dude. Speaking of DK, dude
he's
just cooked
suspended
his
2
entire
games, right?
future, and like voided apparently like $40 million of future earnings somehow, of like guarantees.
Yeah.
But you have
I
them.
think that there's going to be a lot more investigation into that scenario.
I don't think he gets out of the 2-game suspension.
No, because I don't think that they're going to be able to figure everything out before then. But
So if you're fantasy wise, if you're an owner of DK, I mean he's had a rough year anyway,
Yeah.
brother. You're
I'm
probably
done with him.
starting.
Like I'm moving on.
I
Probably
wasn't
Trey
starting
Tucker.
him anyway. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I literally was not starting him anyway.
Yeah, I don't think you could. Circle back to JSN though. I now as I'm listening to what you're saying, dude, imagine next year when he has a full year with Sammy Slinger under his belt and that chemistry they're able to build in the offseason. Dude, I think it'll be my S tier next year.
So dynasty rankings for receivers, it goes JSN, Jamar, and then Puka.
That makes sense.
JSN's only 23 years old.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
He's
That's
so young.
unbelievable.
He's so young, bro. It's crazy. So let's move on to the Bears and the Packers. And I believe Raymond called it. The Bears do own the Packers now.
I don't remember calling it, but yeah.
Do they got to play one more time this year, or was that the second matchup?
That was the
I
second
believe
matchup.
this was the
That
second
was the second.
matchup. Yeah.
Okay.
They split it
the Bears.
1-1.
Listen, brother, we went to the Bears game 1 year too early.
Yeah, we did.
But dude, the turnaround that they've had is unbelievable.
Matt Eberflus was like a Nazi.
I just don't understand how they're winning, and they don't have a full team together. All of their receivers are hurt. You know, like the running backs were hurt. Now they're like a duo,
It's
a
the
dynamic
defense.
duo.
Like I think they have like the most
defense?
turnovers in the league. Yeah.
Bro, that's not the same defense we saw in person last year. I promise you that one. Yeah,
Not at all.
yeah. The Bears are probably my most surprised team of the year.
Which
and then
it's not-
now that they beat the Packers, they're division leader, right?
I
Or
think
does
so.
Packers still hold it?
They're the division leader. They're the
Yeah.
number 2 seed in the NFC.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, and it's not good for fantasy, but they're like making it work with what they have, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Because like when Adunze was in, for most of the year, it was Adunze. Now that Adunze's been out, DJ Moore picked it up this game. The only person that's actually like consistently doing anything is Caleb, because he's the one giving it to all the position players. But yeah, I mean, this one was literally won off the back of DJ Moore and Caleb Williams.
Loveland
of
stepped
course,
up a lot
defense is
too.
incredible.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see how well Loveland is next season. I'm not touching a Chicago Bears player.
You just don't know which one to pay. It's a grab bag every game.
Yeah, the complete different reason why I didn't want any of them this year, though. Coming in this year, I thought Caleb was a bum, so I'm like, I don't want no shares of Chicago. Now, coming into next year, I'm like, he spreads the ball around too much, bro.
I mean, that's a good thing for them, though. Like,
yeah.
I
But
think
it's
they
like,
probably
bro, like,
might try
pick
to
a
move
guy.
on from DJ Moore next year because the wide receiver room's crowded at this point.
Oh, they
Yeah.
don't really need him for the amount of money that they're paying him.
I don't know if like contractually they can move on from him, but they got him, Odunze, Luther Burden will probably step up
Yeah,
next
but
year.
they're all on rookie contracts, so they're
Yeah.
getting paid peanuts.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I just want Odunze to be better. And yes, I am a little biased. He's on my team. So, but it's just like he started off and he looked like the number one receiver on this team. And then he just hasn't done anything in like 10 weeks.
That's quite a
One more week, please.
that's
Yeah.
quite
Yeah.
a
If he
while.
comes back and blows up next week, Raymond might blow up his house. So, let's
Yeah,
move on to the Panthers here. And they won the
BY is
they
the
won the
truth.
division. Yeah.
No. They still have to face the Bucks one more time. So the
They
Bucks
do?
need to
Oh,
win out.
oh, my bad, my bad.
I
I
think
thought
it's
they
week
already
18
faced them.
actually. I think it's
Cool.
the last week of
Yeah,
the
but they're on their
season.
way. I mean, they looked phenomenal. Their team chemistry is just going up, 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 up.
Mm.
And
Speaking of spreading the ball around, I don't think okay, first off, people are sleeping on Bryce Young, still sleeping on Bryce Young. I even see some comments online where the Panthers fan are saying that they don't want them to pick up Bryce Young's fifth-year option.
you got to
But
pick up
that's
the
beside
option.
yeah. But bro, he's not I don't outside of Tet, I don't think anybody else is stepping up like they should, but dude's doing great at spreading the ball around.
well, Coker had 2 good weeks in a row, and then I started him, and he fucking didn't do anything. So
I understand.
makes me mad.
Yeah,
It's
McMillan is an animal though.
That's like probably my worst miss ever.
Same. I
for
thought
a
he was a
draft.
bust, 100%.
I think you thought he was a bust because it kept feeding in your ear, though.
Probably.
Yeah, I do remember you saying quite a bit that you thought Tet was a bust.
I'm
because
glad
I
we didn't have
had
the podcast last year.
Yeah.
yeah, but the only reason I remember it so well is because I had planned on taking him with one of my picks in Dynasty, and
Who'd you
Raymond was
pick up
saying
instead?
nobody,
Oh,
not with those picks, because my first pick was always gonna be Travion or Omarion or, Ashton Genty, just whichever running back came to me first because I had receivers already, but instead of going for a receiver in the draft, I took 2 of my first round picks and I traded them for Amon-Ra. So I never got Tet, but it was because Raymond was talking so much crap about Tet that I was like, okay, I'll just trade my picks away and go get a better receiver.
So you just told me Amon-Ra is going off for 40 points this week because I basically forced that trade to happen.
yeah.
Well, he better,
Bro.
bro. He sucks. So,
Bro,
like,
can we quickly talk about that Lions game just real quick? The
Yeah,
last 30
absolutely.
seconds of that, bro. I don't know. I understand that's a pass interference. He clearly shoved Jalen Ramsey, but dude, the fact that he was able to lateral it to Jared Goff to potentially win the game,
Was crazy.
unbelievable play, unbelievable.
I haven't been paying attention to the Lions much this year. I didn't realize their record was that bad. Like they
I
might
didn't
not make
know
the playoffs.
No, they're not making the playoffs. They have like a 2% chance because of Chicago being so great.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
But they're not even that great. They may finish 8-9, which is bad for the Lion and Dan Campbell's standards. But that's a playoff team in a different conference.
I think
in a
their
different
window
division.
might be closed.
Say that again.
I think their window might be closed at this point.
That's crazy. Dude,
I
they're
don't
so
think
hurt
so.
on defense, though, man. I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying.
It's just
but
got to get
not the
lucky,
offense.
like in a couple of years, just being healthy. But it just hasn't worked out for them.
Yeah, but they're all like they still have a very young team for the most part outside of Goff, but Goff doesn't have to be young.
Yeah.
We know quarterbacks can last forever, especially with the way that he plays. He's a lot like, not saying
he's
as
safe.
good, but he's a lot like Tom Brady and the same kind of play style, just not as good as him. You know what I'm saying? So
But
he can stay in there forever.
Those young players, you got to pay them eventually. So I think
I don't think next year's the year. I think it's the year after. I think they have one more year.
maybe. But
I'm
I
just
don't know.
I'm like trying to think of who they could possibly come up on paying other than Gibbs, maybe.
They probably
But
already
didn't they
paid
already pay Gibbs?
Sewell. I think they paid Sewell. They paid Jameson. They paid Amon-Ra.
Yeah, they're good.
Gibbs
Yeah, I
will
think
probably be soon.
I think
Will either
Gibbs is the
be.
only one that might have an issue coming up, but
He was a
they're
first
gonna
round
pay him.
pick, so they got to pick up the 5th-year option.
Yeah,
This
they're
is
gonna
Gibbs'
pay.
what, third year?
Third year.
Okay.
Mhm.
They got him,
Yeah.
not Jack Sawyer, Jack Campbell, I think, the
Mm-hmm.
linebacker.
Well,
This whole season, I thought they were related. I thought they were father and son.
That would be funny.
That is funny. Well, given that, what do y'all think about the Steelers going forward?
I don't think much of them. I mean,
I don't know if they're gonna win the division.
Yeah, but like, do you think they're actually good or what's going on
No.
here? Because
I
their
I
record says
think
that they're phenomenal.
okay.
they're
I've been
kind
thinking
of-
about this for a long time. I think if they didn't sign Aaron Rodgers, they'd be toast. Have like 3 wins. I actually think Aaron Rodgers is the difference maker on that team.
They
I actually think
play.
it's the defense. I think Aaron Rodgers sucks and is not doing much for that team. But
So they play the Browns this week and then the Ravens. I think they'll beat the Browns and then lose to the Ravens if Lamar's back. And
Which they still win the division if that's the case.
So they'll probably make the playoffs, but I think they're going to get bounced round one by like the Bills
I'm
or
picking
something.
everyone over the Ravens every single game.
I
that
mean,
can-
essentially, we're talking about Oregon versus JMU here. Is
Hey.
the playoff match.
Right now, it looks like they'd be matched up with the Chargers if the season ended today.
Okay, that
I
they could
think they
pull
get
out a
beat by
win.
the
Never
Chargers.
mind. I think they could pull out a win. I
think they
retract
could beat
that
the
statement
Chargers.
immediately.
But if the Bills end up in the 5 seed, the Bills are going to smoke them.
Dude, that's crazy. The Bills could end up in the 5 seed.
Tell me about it, dude.
That's unbelievable.
That is crazy. That is insane. Well, let's get back over to the NFC South here. Shuck continues to impress to our
We don't need a quarterback.
yeah, I don't
We
think
don't need a quarterback.
which is
Don't
fine
draft
because we're not
Fernando
getting a
Mendoza.
quarterback anyway. So
Yeah. Yeah. What do we have? Raymond, you know this. All right. Well, Matt, you don't know this, but I'm sure we probably have 7th pick now. Maybe.
yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but it
I
had
do.
to
I
have
got
gone
it.
down.
I got it right here. We have the 8th pick now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, it's saying we have Jeremiah Love on Tankathon.
Yeah, that ain't happening. All right,
I
I'm calling it
want-
now. Y'all are getting Ruben Bain.
That's such a Saints thing. I want a big, beefy O lineman that can just protect the
But-
run and the pass.
Isn't our O line pretty good though?
I think
Or
Kelvin.
are we
You'll
rated
drafted
pretty-
Kelvin Banks 10th last year, and he's been solid from what I hear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean we're okay, but you can never have too many good O linemen.
You can get
Yeah, but we
Francis
don't have really good
Mauiaga.
positional players either. So
I don't care about them.
I do
Sign them.
I keep seeing y'all getting mocked Carnell Tate from Ohio State.
Oh, all right. Never mind.
So
who is that? Somebody
He's an
learned these-
Ohio State receiver.
Ohio State receiver. That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know.
Okay, yeah, JSN basically. So we're good.
Not
Yeah, yeah.
JSN,
No,
more
Olave.
Olave. Yeah,
No,
like
more Olave,
basically.
okay.
Yeah,
I know Olave's at OSU as well, but
Dude, he had a game this week, brother.
yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. Is he did just as good. He had 10 catches for like 160 yards and a touchdown or something like that.
And he's had no concussion so far this year.
he's Derek Carr stopped throwing him hospital balls.
That's facts.
we have saved Olave from that dreadful future.
You got a real
But-
quarterback finally.
Yeah, I'm all aboard. I'm all aboard the quarterback train. We don't need one. Stick with the hot hand.
I remember you being so mad when y'all drafted him too.
Well, I didn't
Yeah,
know
I
anything
wanted
about
Jackson
him.
Dart.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
you wanted Jackson Dart, but I told you Shuck was good, man. He's basically he's an off-brand Josh Allen.
He does
Well-
have some wheels.
So
I-
my issue with Shuck coming into the season was the fact that he's super old for being a rookie, and nobody can get past that clip of him at the combine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's
He's old.
impossible.
Because he kept getting like these freak injuries in college. Like he came back from injury and then immediately like, broke his collarbone or something. And then he only got like one healthy year in college, really. So like, nobody knows. But he was backing up Justin Herbert at Oregon.
That's unbelievable.
And Herbert
Justin Herbert's already had another contract. That's
Yeah.
unbelievable. Hey, listen, he fared out waiting. You know, sometimes it's not the age is no big deal, especially when we're 44 years old playing in the game. So I'm okay. I'm not my feelings like 8 months later are now completely different.
Way different. I feel real good about Shuck going forward. The only thing I don't like about him is his name, to be honest with you. It
Shuck
kind
it.
of makes me mad that it's spelled show and it's pronounced
Hey,
Shuck.
hey, just wait though until y'all win a playoff game and it's
I don't know how to say it.
SHOUX.
Oh God.
Just like
Oh,
Burrow.
no.
Wait,
Please, no, leave that
I
in like
love that.
2020, please. That's
No, I love
so
it. I
embarrassing.
love it. Let's do it. Let's
Just get a
do
custom jersey.
We'll
I
see
came up with that idea. I've
if
never
it
seen it
goes.
anywhere.
Yeah,
it could
well,
happen.
you didn't necessarily come up with that idea, by the way. You just took from someone else and put it on his name.
Whatever.
Well, talking about quarterbacks, though, the Chiefs now are down 2 quarterbacks. Gardner Minshew is done.
Dude, they're down so bad. They're moving states. The organization said we're done.
What do you
We're
mean?
moving states. What do you mean?
What do you no, like, is this what are you talking about?
They're moving from Kansas City. They're going to Kansas City.
They're moving from Missouri to Kansas.
Okay, thank you. I was like, what is going on
Which
here?
makes more sense anyway, because a lot of people didn't know Kansas City was in Missouri.
I didn't know that.
It's in both of them, but
yeah, like it's like literally like 45 miles away is like where they're moving.
Yeah. So it's kind of like Dallas.
Hey, we might have to go to Arrowhead one time before they move.
Okay, say less. But yes, the Chiefs are cooked. I mean, I'm doubling down on what I said last week. I think Kelsey's done. He's down 2 quarterbacks. I've seen too many Taylor Swift clips this past week of him hanging out on the Eras tour. He's done. He's done with football.
Who's going to throw him the ball next year? Russell Wilson?
Phillip Rivers?
Well, so so everyone, I keep seeing people say that Patrick Mahomes isn't going to be back for next year.
He'll be back next year. I was just being sarcastic.
Like we've seen so many people come back so quick from ACL tears now.
But after we talked about it last week, there was a new diagnosis. He tore his ACL and he had a PCL ligament damage, which is why he had surgery so quickly. Normally with an ACL, you wait for like the swelling to go down, but he had damage to, I don't know, but he had more damage.
He had more damage than just an ACL. Got it.
Yes. So, originally was September timeframe, but now it may be like more towards like the end of October.
I think it's going to be a record-setting healing process,
sure, of course,
and he'll be back by kickoff.
Yeah, well, he's going to go overseas and get some like stem cell Peyton Manning-esque therapy, and he'll be fine.
Ray Lewis deer antler spray.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's crazy. Do either one of you know who this quarterback is, by the way?
No.
Brother, I don't know.
Chris,
I do know. I think he went to North Dakota State or maybe South Dakota State. Don't even quote me on that. I actually have no idea.
Okay. I just wanted to know because I saw the name and I was like, I have no idea who it is.
Do you even know his name?
A Dunike or something like that. I don't know exactly.
Roll Tide.
Yeah. It's probably a Dunock or something like that.
A lot of coon.
There we go.
He's 28 years old.
Yeah. It's like his 3rd year in the league. Everything
2022.
I wonder if he's friends with Leggett.
He South Florida Bulls.
Oh, USF.
And then also played for the Samford Bulldogs.
Ah, yeah.
Brother,
Dude's cheeks.
And then he went to South Dakota State, yeah.
So I knew it. Called
it. There we go. You found it, finally.
Called it.
This man spent 6 years in college. He was a freshman in 2016.
That's insane.
That's wild. Yeah, no idea. There's no shot he even completes a pass.
I'm picking everyone against the Chiefs going forward. Cam Ward looked good in this game though. He didn't see Patrick Mahomes on the other side and he actually decided to play football. Best
Pollard do?
The Titans looked all year.
I don't think
I actually have no idea. I don't think he did anything though.
No more 100-yard games from him.
I know Tajay Spears got a tutty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Titans are cooked. We still got to go to the Titans game before they move stadiums too.
That'll be cheap though.
And then next, I wanted to talk about the one thing that nobody believed in me in last week.
Oh yeah, your bold prediction.
The Jaguars teabagged the team that everyone thinks is good. The Broncos are frauds. Y'all brought up everyone that the Jaguars faced last week whenever I said that they were going to beat the Broncos. And then I decided to go check out who the Broncos have faced. And sure as shit, they haven't fucking played anyone all year, and they barely beat a lot of bad teams. And, y'all really love the Broncos, but they seem to not be as good as you think they are.
They're winning. They're going to the playoffs, baby. They're
Number
winning
one
division.
seed.
Number 1 seed. Playoffs
don't
go through
matter.
Mile High.
Number 1 seed don't matter if they can't beat anyone else.
Listen, Trevor Lawrence had like a career day.
Yeah,
Okay?
that was insane.
Like he had like the best game of his entire football career. Like this is just a fluke. It just so happened to be an off game for the Broncos.
To be fair, I think this is the second week in a row having a fluke, but
yeah,
that may be a trend.
Exactly. There you go. That's better. That's
so
better.
This
Also,
week
I want to let you know.
Oh my God! This week he had 37 fantasy points. Last week he had 54.
Jesus Christ.
That's wild.
And then 23, 25, 26. So
yeah, he's just good now.
He might be back to the Clemson days.
But maybe I don't have this stat completely right, but from what I know, I believe that the Broncos won 11 games in a row, and in every single game they had to come back and win. That just doesn't. Yeah. That just doesn't.
And not only, you're not telling the full come back and win is an understatement. They literally wait to the fourth quarter to make the comeback.
Most of the time.
I was waiting on this game.
Yeah.
But it just never happened.
Like they wait until like halfway through the fourth quarter to make a comeback.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
They beat the Raiders.
Yes, I don't think they've had a lead.
Yeah, they beat the Raiders twice. The first time was only by 3 points. The second time was only by a touchdown. Like they have a lot of close. They only beat the Giants by 1 point, which was the actual fourth quarter comeback. I just think that they have a bunch of wins that probably should have been losses, and if they would have been losses, everyone wouldn't be thinking they're as good as they are.
I mean,
we call that the witching hour.
It's just like the Chiefs last year. They won like 12 one-score games, and then this year they lost them all. It happens.
It's the way the cookie crumbles.
Well, when the Broncos get in the playoffs and fold, don't come at me because I told you so.
All right. Okay. Who's going to the Super Bowl? Like, let's just put that out there now.
I'm still Bills Rams. So
Rams. Who you got, CJ?
Come back to me. Let me pull everything up real quick.
I agree with the Rams.
Yeah, my NFC team's the Rams 100%. There's nobody.
I think
Patriots. I'm going Patriots Rams.
Well, that's the other team. Yeah, I wanted to say Patriots, but I still think the Bills might pull it out.
I was also gonna say the Patriots.
Yeah, I'm going.
I would like it to
Rams.
be the Patriots, to be honest with you.
I don't want it to be the Patriots.
It's crazy to me. If you would have, if we would have been talking about this like 5 years ago, I'd have been like, "Fuck the Patriots! I hate the Patriots! I don't want to ever see the Patriots in the Super Bowl again." And now it's like they've been out of it for so long that I'm okay with it.
No, I'm still F the Patriots, F the Bills. The Jets are okay.
You know who we're all sleeping on the NFC side?
The Bears.
Nope. The Niners.
Yeah.
The 49ers.
That's a great transition, CJ. That was the next team I wanted to bring up. Big Cock Brock is back, baby. An unbelievable performance.
It's Glock Purdy. Get it right.
Glock Purdy.
But to y'all's standards, it wasn't a good win for the 49ers because it was against the Colts team who didn't have Daniel Jones. That's what y'all told me last week whenever we brought up the...
Listen, I'm also doubling down on this. I think Philip Rivers is a top 20 quarterback in the league.
Well, yeah, he's definitely better than he's better than JJ McCarthy. I'll tell you that much.
I'm signing him next year. If I'm one of these bum teams, I'm signing him.
Better than whoever the Dolphins roll out.
Listen, this man's, he had 2 touchdowns and 1 interception on 14 days, brother. He's been with the team for 14 days and not touched a football in 5 years.
And boy, that man looks thick, by the way.
Against the Niners, dude. Listen.
But
I don't think he could take it to the Super Bowl, but...
I think he's better now than he was in 2020 because he's had a little bit of rest.
Maybe. But if you're one of these bottom-tier teams like the Jets or somebody, what do you got to lose? I'm doubling down. I think Philip Rivers is a top quarterback.
I don't know if he comes back for another team, though.
I don't think so.
No shot.
He knew the system already. That's why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he knows the coach. They're still friends. Yeah,
But
no,
I do
no
agree
shot.
with you, CJ. I do think that we are sleeping on the 49ers a bit, and it's just because like they've kind of I feel like their season has been like stitched
has.
together. You know what I'm saying?
They're
Like,
hurt
it
on
doesn't
defense.
feel like
They're
they're
in
doing
third
that
place
good.
in the NFC West, which is insane.
They're third place by like half of a game though.
Yeah.
Like that division is so
Like,
close.
The Seahawks have 13 wins, the Rams have 12, and I think they have 11 or something close to that.
The Seahawks have 12. The Niners and the Rams have 11.
I think I looked at it before last night. But yeah, that's insane. Their whole defense is hurt. Like,
Yeah, their
their
whole defense.
offense is
Yeah.
finally getting back together. They have no wide receiver one, really. It's just Kittle and Brock out there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw
and
that
CMC.
he had 5 touchdowns. Who did he throw them to? I know one of them had to have
CMC.
gone to
Bourne.
CMC.
Two to CMC, one to Bourne, one to
Jawan Jennings.
and then one to Brock. Not Brock. I'm thinking Brock Bowers.
Yeah,
but
George Kittle.
Kittle, yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, insane. They look real good, and I mean, maybe we're sleeping on them. I just still think that the Rams. If it's not the Rams, it's the Seahawks to me. Like those are just the top 2 teams in the NFC right now.
And I feel like those are like two polar opposite teams.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's just the Super Bowl is gonna be an NFC West participant versus the Patriots.
yeah, plug and play the 3 teams in the NFC West.
Any one of those 3 can go to the Super Bowl, and I am not surprised.
I mean, I just don't think Jacksonville's got it in them. I don't think Chicago, even though their defense is good. I don't think Caleb. I don't know. I'm counting out Caleb again, maybe because of his experience, but we'll see.
Outside of my prediction, though, I think that we might actually end up being surprised by the playoffs this year.
Dude,
Whereas
it wouldn't surprise me.
It might not necessarily be one of the teams we think it'll be.
Like
I
in the
think it's
playoffs or the
possible.
Super Bowl?
Yeah, like even though I'm shitting on them so much, like what if it's the Bears versus the Broncos?
Ain't nobody watching that.
Ain't nobody watching.
I'd watch it. We having the Super Bowl party, dog.
I mean, yeah, we have to, but
yeah, but that's the kind of shit that could happen this year.
Speaking of which, hold on, Matt, put that on your calendar. The Super Bowl. I don't care if you're going to Disney or not.
I won't be, so it's fine.
Yeah, mine's already cleared to come over.
Wait, will we be clear?
No,
What day is the Super Bowl? I can't ever remember.
Second Sunday in February.
Will we be in Atlanta?
No, it's before Atlanta.
Okay, good.
It's why is this not just the first thing on Google?
I think it's Valentine's Day weekend this year.
Yeah, I think so. It's like February 13th.
Yeah.
Or 15th or something. I think next year it's on
just know
Valentine's Day.
I know that me and CJ will be in Atlanta in February, and that's the only thing that I have going on in February. So
February 9th.
Yeah, that's early. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we should be fine.
We're
We
good.
should be fine. Cool. All right. Well, let's move on here, and I just wanted to go ahead and get past our NFL segment. We'll release a college segment, like a full episode next week. We're gonna have you go over the playoffs here in just a second, but before we get to that, who is your fantasy MVP for this year?
Who's yours, Matt?
Mine is JSN because he's I think he's the only one on my team that like has truly surprised me. It could have been Omarion Hampton if he actually stayed healthy most of the year. And the only other person outside of that I would say is Travion Henderson has got me some good wins
finally
going towards the end of the year. But again, he's just not consistent. So JSN is who I'm going with.
Bryman?
I don't have just one player. I've got my whole team.
Oh, okay. Name your top 2.
Well, Daniel Jones kind of saved me at the beginning of the season since I got him off the waiver wire. Other than that, it's probably just got to be Trey McBride, the greatest tight end we have in the league right now.
Same.
Number 2, 2B, Kyle Pitts, the second greatest tight end we have in the league right now. That's it.
Okay, well, that's a crazy statement and not a correct one, but whatever.
They're tight end 1 and 2 on the year.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He's not the number 2. He has a one game that's got him there. Okay, he's not the number 2.
No, the last 4 games, 15, 15, 45, 18 alone.
Yeah. It was only because of the 45 points that he is the number 2 tight end right now.
Number 2 is
You
number 2,
cannot tell me
dog.
otherwise.
Number 2 is number 2.
CJ, who is your fantasy MVP?
I've got Trey McBride and Devon A-Chain.
Yeah.
I
Cool.
don't know which one I like better. I got Devon A-Chain in the second round, but I got Trey McBride in the fourth round.
Jesus.
So
Dang. I drafted Kittle over McBride this year.
I think the value I had on McBride is probably the true MVP for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just need him to have a stellar game this week. He had a lackluster game against Atlanta, so I just need him to have one of his.
Atlanta's got a good defense though, and
what about Cincy?
That's the worst defense in the league against tight ends. So
that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. I need to have a 37-point game.
I do too.
I'm hurt. My fantasy team's hurt. I got Drake London hurt. I got. That's about it. I got Michael Pittman, no QB.
Last question before we move on here to the college playoffs, the rundown of the college playoffs. How nervous are y'all going into this week for the championship week?
No, how many championships are y'all in?
Oh, 1. That's it.
2.
I had some very bad things happen over the past 2 weeks to get me from 5 leagues in the playoffs to now just 1 in the championship.
Yeah, I'm in 2, and I'm only nervous in 1 of them, and that's because I have the team I'm most nervous about. Dude's got Matthew Stafford, he's got Jamar Chase, he's got JSN.
Oh my
and
God.
I have Justin Jefferson.
Oh yeah. I feel
I
that.
got James Cook and Javonte Williams, but
just know, CJ, Justin Jefferson's going off this week because he is going against Raymond in the fantasy championship. So just incoming 25 points minimum.
I was telling Matt before the pod started, it's my running backs versus his wide receivers.
Yeah, that's how it is.
JSN, Amon-Ra, and JJ. And I've got Bijan, James Cook, Devon A-Chain, maybe Jalen Warren, maybe Ramondre. I don't know which one I'm starting yet.
Oh, couldn't tell you, brother. Good luck. Don't listen to me.
I hope they all fall in a hole and don't do anything.
You do.
So.
Hey, on the bright side, at least somebody on this podcast has won a championship this week.
Yeah. Yeah, the other league I have stacked. I have CMC, Bijan, CD, Lad McConkey. It's an 8-man league. It's real easy. Yeah.
Hey,
but in the league I'm nervous about, it's the running backs I have James Cook, Javonte Williams, Chase Brown against his Jamar Chase, JSN. And he's got Jalen Warren in a flex. He outscored me by 400 points this season, so it all comes down to this.
It don't matter how many points you scored out the season. It's just this week.
That is the truth. Everything changes come championship week. CJ, go ahead and give us a quick rundown of the college playoffs.
Yeah, Raymond, you got any trivia for us before I begin?
Nah, not this week, other than Ohio State sucks.
Yeah, I mean, real quick, real easy. I feel like there was only one. You could call it 2 surprise games. The elephant in the room: Ole Miss ran over Tulane. No surprise. Oregon ran over James Madison. Not even a conversation. Alabama beat Oklahoma by 10.
Called it.
And if you watch that game, don't watch the first quarter, because you would have thought Alabama didn't get off the bus.
They didn't. They were
and then something happened. They scored 21 unanswered points or something like that, and then we won by 10. Now, the game I think is the most surprising, it's a defensive matchup, is Raymond's game. Go ahead, Raymond. Tell us.
Not surprising at all. Only thing that's surprising was the points that weren't scored. It was a really bad, windy game, though. So, you watched them kick a field goal, AJ went whoosh.
Yeah, it was like 20-mile-an-hour winds. Like, it would, and then the Miami kicker tried to compensate for it and push it one way, and the wind would just take it.
Yeah, that was insane.
Final score 10-3 over Miami, but it literally should have been 19, 16, something.
Yeah,
maybe 21.
That was a great game. Very very happy, of course. I think Miami might have two of the best freshmen in the country. With a
Dude, who's
cornerback,
that receiver, bro?
Malachi Tony, dude. I've been telling you.
Is that who you called out last week? That
Yes,
we know who he is? Bro, I know who he is now.
he is better than Ryan Williams. He's on the same tier as Jeremiah Smith. He's a dog. Like,
I wish I could disagree.
you can't. Like, he's doing this as a freshman.
I talked to another Miami fan. The kid just turned 18 in October. He enrolled early.
Do you know what his nickname is?
Uh-uh.
Baby Jesus.
And isn't learn me a little bit, the receiver and the running back, didn't they come from the same high school? Or aren't they friends somehow?
Yeah, I don't know that for sure, but during the interview, he said he did the same thing in high school when they were playing together on a championship game or something. Mark Fletcher, he's coming back for a senior year. He just announced. So,
oh, okay, yeah. Listen, I didn't know about him before that game either, but the dude's a dog. I was watching every time I'd look up at the TV, it looked like he was gonna break away, and then he gets shoestring tackled.
I just the icing on the cake is how much crap like the O line for Texas A&M was talking, and then Ruben Bain went off for 3 sacks, and
I called that, by the way. I knew Ruben Bain was gonna have a game.
he's a dog, dude.
That helped his draft stock.
I just hope to God they can beat Ohio State. If they could play the same defense, it'll be a game. If not, then it might be likely.
So let's roll right into that, starting with that Ohio State Miami game. We'll get to talk about it in depth. Maybe JD will be back next week because the games aren't until New Year's. Ohio State's a favorite by 9.5.
Wow.
A lot of disrespect. Everybody thinks Ohio State's unbeatable, but hopefully we can do it.
Oh, dude, 9.5's a crazy, crazy spread.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's because the offense, like, I don't know if they're really taking into account like the game conditions, but obviously Carson Breck's not like a game breaker. He's just an okay quarterback.
Sure.
It just depends on which version of him shows up.
Do you think that they're basing the spread off of this past game?
I think they're just looking at
Probably.
it like how they kind of struggled, and everybody thinks Ohio State's a world beater. Like, I mean, they are. Don't get me wrong; they're a great team, but
Yeah, they got their roster is like $50-something million.
yeah, but I think the defense matches up very well with their offense. They kind of can do the same thing Indiana did against them, and they only put up, 13, 17 points? So it's just
Yeah.
what offense Miami shows up with.
What do you think? Low scoring?
Yeah,
Probably.
Raymond, what's going to be the score for the game?
If my heart says like 23-17 Miami,
Oh,
but my mind says
that's
that
higher.
might be flipped. I could see Ohio State just steamrolling them.
That's interesting. We'll see the over the line on the game is 43.5 points. So that's about the line
Yeah,
that you had said.
two-
So that's
two-
not as surprising then.
two of like the top 10 defenses in the country. So
Yeah, I expected it to be low scoring because of the defenses, but I think I'd bet the under and lose.
if Ohio State's on, they could just be throwing bombs up and down the field, though. So who knows?
Yeah, they got the team for it. Georgia, Ole Miss. Georgia's a favorite by 6.5. I think we've seen this play out before. As much as I want Ole Miss to win, I think the preparation that Kirby Smart puts into these games is just undeniable.
I agree. I think Georgia steamrolls them. I think Georgia's going to win the championship. I think it's going to be Georgia 35-21.
It's also a home game for Georgia, right? It's in Atlanta.
That's just cheating, dude.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I guess Ole Miss is kind of close. At least it's not like Indiana or Ohio State or Miami who just got to travel a little bit further. But, I mean, you're playing in the backyard. I mean, it's
going to be ugly.
I think Georgia wins. I don't want to see Georgia win, but I do.
Them dogs are going to be barking.
Now, my favorite game, Indiana and Alabama. Indiana is a 7-point favorite, which is kind of surprising. I'm going to go on the record and say we win by 10, but we'll see. Depends on which Alabama team shows up.
I think y'all could win pretty easily. I think it's going to be about 20-13.
Do you think Do you think that if Alabama shows up like they did this past week and doesn't perform in the first quarter, that it could get away from them?
No, I don't
No.
think so. I don't think Indiana has like a crazy elite offense.
Right.
I think
Yeah,
they
I don't
could
think they
really
put it on 'em.
expose Mendoza.
The Indiana's got a decent running back. I couldn't tell you his name or anything, but I don't think that offense has enough firepower to go out and like put 3 tuds if Alabama goes 3 and out on offense.
Yeah, I think the game's going to be close, like all the way to the fourth quarter. Like at
Mm,
least in reach for both teams.
interesting. That one's the most intriguing matchup to me because I don't really know how they compare to each other.
Yeah, it's just two different teams. I guess SEC versus Big 10, right? So like
Big 12,
Big
Big
12,
10,
whatever they
something
are
like
now.
that.
Different play style, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, right?
The North versus
Yep.
the South.
The North versus the South.
Yeah,
The
that's a
South
good
will
one.
rise again.
Yeah. Oh boy.
And then we have Texas Tech and Oregon. It's a 1.5 spread towards Oregon. So this is the closest matchup of the weekend.
I don't
Or I
think this
guess
is going to
of
be the
the
closest
week.
game at all.
I don't think it's the closest game at all.
What do you think happened?
Bro, I don't know anything about Texas Tech, man. We're the whole season in. All I know is they've beat BYU twice, and that's the only team they've played. I think Oregon steamrolls them. I think Oregon puts up like 50 on their head. It's not going to be that high. I think they put up like 35.
Yeah. I don't think I think it's going to be like a 10, 15 point game. Oregon wins. Like,
Neither one of you are taking Texas Tech? That's crazy.
No, I have Texas Tech.
And this is complete ignorance by both of us. 100%.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
I have not watched a Texas Tech game, but like,
I couldn't
just-
name you a single player on that Texas Tech team.
let me see who they played this year.
All I know is whenever I found out it was this matchup, for some reason I restarted watching Friday Night Lights, and it's got me excited for football. That's what I'm doing now in between. I'm doing that on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
There you go.
In
Friday
between
Night
football.
Lights is incredible. So I
Best
can't
show.
blame you.
Best show ever. Raymond, what you got cooking up? Name me a guy.
Brother, they ain't played nobody.
They ain't played nobody.
No, they really they
They beat BYU twice, and then that was it.
That's it. They lost to Arizona State. Yeah. Oregon by 10.
Yeah, give me Oregon by 50.
Side note, Dante Moore is better than Fernando Mendoza.
All right. That's it for college. We'll circle back that before the games next week. See
real
what the
quick,
spreads go. Yeah.
Before we get out of here and do any kind of bold predictions or anything like that, I don't have a bold prediction cooked up, so I'm gonna have to fly real quick and see what I can pull out of my butt. But Raymond kind of already gave us his opinion on it. CJ, who do you have going to the championship and winning for college?
Alabama and Ohio State, with Alabama pulling it out. Non-bias.
Let me look at the bracket real quick. I think I had Oregon, Georgia.
Yeah, that's the right side. So it's
Okay.
Oregon, Texas Tech, Alabama, Indiana, and then Ole Miss, Georgia, Miami, Ohio.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Oregon, Georgia, with Georgia winning it all.
Okay. All right. Well, let's jump into some bold predictions here. I'm actually I'll go first.
It's just NFL since the college doesn't. We're not playing this weekend.
Yeah, that's fine. I wasn't making no college bold prediction anyway.
A good one. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
I'm actually going to use something that Raymond kind of gave me an idea for before we press the record button, because he does have a point. Whenever I face him with the Los Angeles Chargers running back, they seem to go off. Even though Omarion Hampton's going against Houston, I'm going to say he's putting up 30 points minimum.
Brother, Austin Eckler in his prime was dropping 40 on my head every time I played him.
Every single time.
Wait, so you're saying Hampton's getting 30 fantasy points against the Texans defense?
Minimum. It's like the best defense in the league, too, dog.
Yeah, bro, that's the best defense in the league.
Yeah, not on sleepers terms. So I feel good.
All right, Raymond, let's hear yours.
My bold prediction is I'm not going to be here next week.
That's fair. All right, we'll let you lock that in.
Yeah,
you speak that bad karma into existence. I think the Philadelphia Eagles are going into Buffalo and going to beat the Buffalo Bills.
I think both of those teams suck, so I'll take it. It's fun.
Yeah. But realistically, my real one, I think the Dolphins beat the Buccaneers this week.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's bold, but I also think
just to
the
spite me.
Bucs are- yeah.
Just to spite you?
Just to spite me.
That'd be the most Miami. Listen, I'll save it for next week. That Miami quarterback blows. But I could see them beating the Bucs because something's wrong with them, bro. The Bucs have lost momentum.
I don't know. Is it
They
Liam
went into
Cohen?
this past week without an injury designation, by the way.
Say that again?
They went into this past week against the Panthers without an injury designation, so they were
still
fully
lost.
healthy, and they still
Wow.
lost.
Is
Yeah,
it Liam Cohen?
I think so, bro. It's something. They've lost. They got too
I
many
seen
holes in their sail.
a Jaguars fan on TikTok or Instagram or something. He said their worst nightmare is them winning the Super Bowl because then they got to change the way they say Duval.
Well, on that, we will get back into it next week where we will have our normal college episode as well. Until then, you boys have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Chrysler.
Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this podcast, please follow us on all socials at Not Advised Podcast. Again, this was Not Advised Podcast, the fantasy football podcast based off of vibes and opinions. So if you stay winning off this nonsense we are spitting, we want to split in.